The Western Conference rival, the San Antonio Spurs, are ready for this one to get started. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. That's certainly what we have in store for us today. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. Taking a look at the Clippers, they've really been on a roll. They've gone 5-1 in their last 6 games.
And this is a team they'll see a lot of, 4 times total this season. The first game went their way. We'll see if they can push it to a 2-0 lead tonight.
Yet the second victory in as many tries would establish a positive pattern for this ball club. Give them a lot of confidence against this team.
And the starting group for the Spurs, Parker and Green, the tried and tested backcourt. Leonard and Aldridge, the 2 stars at the 3 and the 4. And it's Gasol at the center position. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Even though Parker is slowing down a bit because of his age, the Spurs are looking more and more to sort of hide him on defense, cross-match him with guys. There's no doubt, though, that experience and veteran savvy is still something they'll lean on the offensive end.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Pierce. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Hey, paid attention in arts and crafts school right there. Didn't have to work very hard at all for that one.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Chris Paul picks up that one. And Tony Parker, the 3rd Frenchman ever to play in the NBA, and unquestionably the best.
Well, we've seen a lot of his countrymen follow in his footsteps, and he came over so young. At that time, he was the youngest point guard in the NBA since Magic Johnson was in 1979. And like Magic, he quickly earned some championship hardware.
Now here's Paul, coming off a solid outing against Denver. Here's Pierce. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And with the playoffs on the horizon, it's a completely different type of game.
Well, the difference, Kevin, really is the fact that you're able to dig so much deeper into what a team does and how effective they are, and then be able to take those things away. That is the test during the playoffs that everybody's up against. Is your next best good enough against our next best?
And even just small moves can make such a difference.
Little tiny adjustments and wrinkles in some of the things that you do can really throw off a team with the way that they're preparing for you and what you're about to bring in terms of the storm the playoffs are.
And Baamute can't get it to go.
Well, sometimes when you're that wide open, you start to overthink it, and it looks like that's what he did there.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yep, he got up ahead of steam, and no one could come over to stop him.
Paul passes to Pierce. Jordan the screen. Here's Redick, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick.
The pick definitely could have been better, didn't fully commit to it, but it was still just enough to get his teammate enough room to knock down the shot.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And another foul, and he'll find himself on the bench. He has to be smarter than that.
For the Clippers, Johnson comes in for Mba'amoute. That's Felton in for Chris Paul. The Spurs also with the sub. Mills, he's checked in for Parker. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Well, how much more does it mean that they did this on the road? Some tired legs on their starters led to more minutes for the bench, and that turned out to be a big blessing in disguise.
Now here's Johnson. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Johnson kicks to Felton. Redick inside the line. Back to Felton. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Johnson, good.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Spurs trail by 8. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Clippers have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Pierce kicks to Redick. Outside, Felton. Johnson in the corner. Jordan the screen. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
And Green slams it in.
And for a guy who once had few, if any, dribble drive skills coming into the league, you have to like Green's aggressiveness.
Now Felton looking for his first basket still in this one. Jordan the screen, and the wide open shot from Redick. No good on the triple. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Clippers on top. And DeAndre Jordan out of focal point offensively.
I'm not really a big scorer for our team, but that's not.
Jordan, a man who knows what his job is, and he likes his job. He does it very, very well. He is excelling.
And he may not be the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year, but he is certainly the Clippers' Defensive Player of the Year. Jordan has become a defensive beast. And the thing of it is, he's still learning, still getting better.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers. Guys?
Right from the start, they have been able to really own that paint and just dominate the backboard.
Control the glass, and you control the pace, and you get those extra possessions, which are huge.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Spurs. Anderson is out there with Lee. Then it's Simmons. Then there's Ginobili.
I think the defense was surprised that he did not knock that down. Clear defensive breakdown there, guys. Should have made him pay.
And Coach Greg Popovich named the new head coach for the U.S. national team for the next 4 years. And Brent, I bet you like that selection.
No, I love that selection, especially with Pop's military background. And he's been an assistant for Team USA since 2002. So he's done a lot of great things in the pros, but I know Pop takes a great deal of pride, not only in his country, of course, but certainly in coaching that team.
And the Clippers making a change here. Paul's checked in. For Los Angeles, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. Lee kicks to Ginobili. The 19-footer is on the money.
Well, that's the competitive nature of Manu Ginobili. Pop has always talked about him being the greatest competitor he's ever coached.
Paul for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Paul's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
Not a lot of talk going on defensively. That's a good shot for him.
Defended by Paul. Pass to Anderson. Shot from 12. That one doesn't go. The Clippers go the other way with it. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, the point's not hard to come by for them, that's for sure. I'd have surrendered too if I was trying to defend against that potent attack.
Crawford, no luck.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Screen by Lee. Anderson wide open. Buries the long-range jumper. Anderson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Nba kicks to Crawford. Spates sets a screen. Crawford dishes to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lee with the steal. In transition, here come the Spurs. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Ginobili.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Now here's Paul. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Feeds to Nba. And Lee pulls it down.
That's just terrific court awareness there. The defense knew it was coming and just totally suffocated him.
Here's Rivers. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Shocking he blew that opportunity, guys. 9 times out of 10, that is an easy make.
Lee, count that one.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And it's tied up with that one.
Well, shocker, the Spurs were the best defensive team in the NBA last season. In fact, you look at the difference between them and the average defense in the league last year, and it was not even close.
Buries the jumper to finish the break. Parker's got 5 points so far.
And when Parker's converting on the pull-up, Jay, it has to be demoralizing to the defense.
Felton against Parker. Here is Felton. Here's Redick. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end.
Thanks a lot, Paul. Break it down.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It's an interesting battle going on tonight. It's San Antonio out on top at halftime. They've got a 2-point lead. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, they showed a lot of discipline on offense. Called some high percentage plays. Even when the defense devised different looks, they always see.
That's it for now, as the second half is just about.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Without question, Manu Ginobili displaying his skills today.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
Might also look at the coach and his game plan in terms of trying to find those good looks. They'll be looking to do the same here down the stretch.
Veteran backcourt with CP3 and Redick at the 1 and the 2. Luke Mbamute out there with Pierce. And it's Jordan in at the center. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge has overcome a lot. As a child, his home life was not easy, and he was born with a heart condition. In fact, shortly after he was born, his heart stopped, and he had to be resuscitated. Kevin, he said, I wouldn't take back any pain that I've endured on or off the court because it's made me who I am. And Kevin, that's a story all of us can be inspired by.
Thank you, D.A. So it's San Antonio now. Nobody near Parker. Right, when you played, you were known for your passing a point forward. Much of the time, it seems that ball movement has really become paramount for the best offenses in the NBA. Would you agree?
I absolutely agree, and I love the fact that you would classify me as a forward.
You could play
Forward,
any position.
Guard, wing,
you could play
wing.
4 positions.
It's a positionless game nowadays,
and
Kevin.
you were
I don't know if you've read articles.
And you were positionless in so many ways.
Sometimes the coach positioned me on the bench.
Unjustly. Now here's Leonard. Dishes to Green. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And it's 7 points for Leonard.
And this is where Leonard has become so difficult to defend. He can beat you with a variety of moves inside, including the one we just saw.
2 points, that one goes.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Yeah, he absolutely refused to back down there. Crafty lay-in.
Now here's Gasol. He can't get it to go. Jordan with some nice D. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Clippers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Spates checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Crawford comes in for Mba'amoute. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers in for Paul. San Antonio also making some changes. Simmons comes in for Green, and it's Mills in for Tony Parker.
Off the ball, Kawhi Leonard is so dangerous. Fail to block him out, and he's going to get inside for something good.
Pierce kicks to Crawford. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
Well, if he was wearing a badge, it'd be one of courage. He rose up and actually took that shot.
Now here's Simmons. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Good on the bucket. And the Spurs lead by 5.
Man, his shot on target, guys. They have the lead right now, primarily because of his effort.
There's the pick. Crawford outside. .102 left in the third quarter. Second shot opportunity, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Spates has got his first 2 points of the night.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Key to defending Patty Mills is that at any time you know he can pull up off the dribble and bury it.
Here's Rivers following the bucket by the Spurs. The tray. No good from Spates. Spurs leading by 5. Mills passes to Aldridge. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Los Angeles has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Felton. Here's Spates. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And that one falls for Spates. And both free throws good for Spates.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Lee dishes to Ginobili. Back to Lee. Got it off in time. And the miss. 3 quarters of play in a...
Moments make players into stars. Moments make teams legendary. This is my moment. This is my team.
And now we take a look back to Doc Rivers talking.
Hey guys, come on, let's close this quarter.
And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Clippers trail by 3. On the floor for San Antonio, the timeless Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2. Lee out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Green in at the 3.
Guys, I cannot believe he missed that one, and I bet he can't either.
Takes a 3, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 4 assists now tonight.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Now here's Paul. Goes up on the high post, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for San Antonio.
Well, Well, even in these limited minutes, Emmanuel Manu Ginobili continues to provide elite play at the shooting guard position. Finds ways to impact the game. If he's not scoring, it's his playmaking and just his spirit that helped the Spurs in many instances.
That free throw good from Ginobili. And Brent, do you think when it's all said and done that Ginobili has the chance to go down as the greatest sixth man in NBA history?
Well, I've checked the numbers on John Havlicek, and he might have something to say about that, but Manu was on a very short list of a guy who's accepted his role and then excelled at it to championship caliber play.
Parker kicks to Green. Nice D from Crawford. Clippers trail by 4. Passes it to Paul. Back to Crawford. Johnson the screen. Crawford outside. 5 to shoot. Redick for 3. That one misses. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Ginobili attacking, and that one is good.
Slithering around, that unorthodox style, Ginobili sneaks in there with the dribble drive.
Poked away. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Well, terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
Well, you concern yourself with the other guys who you think are going to damage you, and he stepped up and delivered that huge three-point shot.
1:43 left in the game. Through the contact from long range, and he almost got the hoop to fall. Instead, he'll shoot 3 at the line.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
So, for the Clippers, Pierce is checked in for Johnson, and Mbah Moute comes in for J.J. Redick. Pau Gasol's checked in for San Antonio. He makes the second free throw, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And so he's getting all 3 free throws, and that brings them within 2 here.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
That bucket in no time at all.
And Gasol is someone you turn to in these situations. Need a big basket, he's ready to go.
Ball kicks to Crawford. No good that time. Nice D from Ginobili. Aldridge, the pass to Leonard. Pulls up on the wing, and a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. And now a 6-point San Antonio lead. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, you want your guys to attack with confidence, but that's just a bad look.
Parker against Paul. But Trey. Paul can't get that one to fall. Here's Parker. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. From the arc. Again, the miss by Paul. So it's the Spurs now. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Aldridge. And the Spurs lead by 10.
And this is going to be a
way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up. I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we want it more than them.
Now here's Rivers, covered by Mills. Johnson's shot is off. Here's San Antonio. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Now here's Mills. Not a lot of room. Lee gets the bucket.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Well, doing things the right way and not letting up. Straight attack.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Where do you think your team is right now at this point in the season?
Well, we've done a lot better. We've done a lot better recently, and we want to continue. We don't want to get complacent. I think we still got ways to go and things to improve. But we're definitely doing a lot better than we were.
Great performance tonight, pal. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.